Strassen's matrix multiplication. Okay, so in Strassen's matrix multiplication, we are going to study few topics before we learn what is Strassen's matrix multiplication. Okay, so first thing, the general matrix multiplication we'll be learning, and then we'll quickly move on to for matrix multiplication where exactly the divide and conquer approach will come, and the next one we'll move on to Strassen's matrix multiplication. Okay, so let's take up the first one now. So we are talking about matrix multiplication now. Okay, so in general matrix multiplication, say suppose you have a matrix like this: A11, A12, A21, A22, and B is equal to B11, B12, B21 and B22. So when we can multiply A into B, or C is equal to A into B, when we can multiply, so what is the necessary condition in order to multiply two matrices? The dimensions. So these two should be same. So matrix multiplication can be done only when you have m into n and n into say something. Okay, so these two should be same. So these are rows and these are columns. Yes. So number of columns in the first matrix should be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. If this condition satisfies, then only matrix multiplication is possible. Otherwise, you cannot multiply two different matrices. Okay, so we are 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, you may have 3 by 3, 4 by 4 and all. Yes or no? Okay, but this rule applies the same. So when we want to do matrix multiplication, how do we write the code? How do we code? Say suppose I'm just writing how to multiply two matrices. So you have A comma B comma, these two have to be multiplied and kept into C. How do we write for I is equal to 0? So in general, how you might have studied in programming language, like that I am writing I less than 3 I plus plus. So this is for I, and then rows, this is for columns, and maybe another for loop for K. Do you remember this coding, how you might have wrote? So here we write C of I comma j is equal to how do we write? A of I comma k into B of k comma j. Is it so? Yes. So C of I comma j is equal to A of I comma j into B of k comma j. So these two should be same. So why I am writing this block of code? So this code actually you write in some C or C++. Okay. But here when I want to take the general matrix multiplication time complexity, how do we write the time complexity here? For every for loop. So what is the time complexity we write? See, take this as say some n. Okay. So then this loop will iterate for how many times? N plus 1 times. And this is n and this is n. And again this is a for loop. So this is n plus 1 times and this is n. And again this is a for loop. So again n plus 1 times. So if you take overall the maximum polynomial degree, you will get n cube. Order of n cube you will be getting. So the maximum polynomial you will be getting order of n cube. So the general matrix multiplication, whatever we do, the time complexity we are getting as order of n cube. Okay. So that is because of one n is for rows, one n is for columns, and the other n is for the resultant matrix what we are going to do. Okay, just for remembering things based on number of for loops, that much polynomial degree you will get. Since we have 3 for loops here, so you can directly remember. Maybe for objective or some competitive exams and all. So 3 for loops we write n cube. 2 for loops we write n square. Okay. So that is the time complexity what we can talk with respect to matrix multiplication. Okay. So when exactly we move on to divide and conquer method. Say matrix multiplication, if the dimensions are 2 by 2, then easily you will do. Maybe 3 by 2, easily you will do. Maybe if this continues to n and where n is very bigger, okay, when n becomes a very big problem, then you won't be able to solve. So in that case, what it will have, what this means, so n will become a big problem. N will become a big problem. So big problem we solve by dividing it. Every time we divide until it becomes 1, and after becoming the small problem. 1 means I mean to say small problem. Here 1 we don't take, here it is 2 by 2. The smallest problem here in matrix multiplication is 2 by 2. Okay, I consider 2 by 2 as a small problem. Other than 2 by 2, if it is there, then I consider it as big problem. Okay, say suppose we have A as like this. So I am considering, and one more thing, please remember, when we are going for divide and conquer approach, so since every time the n values you are dividing by 2 and by 2, so the matrices what you are going to take will be the multiples of 2 only. Say likewise you may have 2 by 2, you may have 4 by 4, you may have 8 by 8, 16 by 16, like that. Okay, 2 multiples only you will have. That is when you can apply divide and conquer approach. Say suppose the matrix is like this. A22, A23, A24, A31, A33, A32, A33, A34 and A41, A42, A43, A44. So likewise, I also have B values, and so multiplying such 4 by 4 matrices. In order to multiply such 4 by 4 matrices, in order to get C is equal to A into B. Okay. So since 4 by 4 is a bigger problem, 4 by 4 is a bigger problem, what we have to do? We have to divide. So 4, I told you n divided by 2. So here we have 4 divided by 2. So that means 2 by 2. So the matrix is now going to be divided into 4 parts like this. So now this becomes A11, now this becomes A12, now this becomes A13, and now this becomes A14. Okay, so similarly here for B also, 3 columns, 4 columns, it will be B11, B12, B13 and B14. Okay, so that's how we are going to divide whatever may be the bigger matrix into divide by 2 until that problem becomes a small one. Small problem means until it becomes 2 by 2 matrix, and then we solve the problem. Okay, so here, so if at all, though these concepts are not given in the textbook, I'll just tell you the rough algorithm of this one. So if at all we need to write an algorithm for So for matrix multiplication using divide and conquer approach, so how do we write? Okay, so we write the algorithm matrix multiplication, and whatever the parameters you want to take, A, B, C, and number of elements. So these are the matrices. Yes, ma? So these are the matrices A, B, inputs and into C, and the number of elements you are going to take. Okay, so this is not there in your textbook, but for your clear understanding, I am telling you this. Okay. Okay, here when we take algorithm matrix multiplication of all the values, so when the problem is small, so if n is less than or equal to 2, so I told you problem small, so that means what is the matrix? 2 by 2 matrix only we consider. When is small means 2 by 2 matrix only we consider. And what are all the formulas what we can write? So C11 is equal to, so if you have like this is A and this is B, and these two have to be multiplied and kept on to C. So what will be the equations for each and every value here? So first equation, second equation, third equation and fourth equation. So first equation, how do we write? C11, in order to get this, so this value into this one will multiply. So that is A11 into A11 into, yes, tell me, A11 into B11 plus, so this into this one, yes or no? So first we multiply these two and these two. Okay, so this is A11 into B11 and then A12 into B21. Okay, so likewise we write the equations for C12, C13 and C14. Okay, you know all this. So when n is small, what are the calculations we are doing, that we are writing? Okay, but here, so I am erasing when it is small, but here if the problem else part I am writing. So when n is small, so what equations and how we are solving, you know. The else part means, so if the problem is not small, if the problem is big, if the problem is big, what exactly we are going to do? We are going to find out mid, that is n by 2. Okay, and again we are going to call that algorithm matrix multiplication with A11, B11 and n by 2. So if you remember the 4 by 4 matrix, when we were dividing, and this is A11 and this is B11, C11 and C12. Okay, so this one have to be multiplied with the next one. So and number of elements. So if it is 4 by 4, so it will be dividing by 2. So that those are the elements. What is the main algorithm parameters we took? A, B and C also we took, right? So C11 is equal to. And the dimensions are n. And for n, if it is greater, what we are going to do? We are going to divide that. Okay, so similarly we are going to write for all the things. So matrix multiplication for so here also you need to write matrix multiplication summation of. See here when you are writing matrix multiplication, so one row into one column, right? So this value into this plus, so this value into this one, yes or no? So that is what the plus we are taking. A11 into B11. Okay, so these values we are taking, and resultant it should be into C11 with n by 2. And what more we have to add? This is A12. So I'll write here plus matrix multiplication of A12 and B21, that is to what you will get into C11 only, comma n by 2. Okay, so like that you are going to do for each and everything, and recursively you are going to call the main function. Okay, so when we are doing like this, when the divide and conquer approach is also followed, our time complexity, see whether it is 2 by 2 or whether it is 4 by 4 or whether it is 8 by 8. So this is small problem, this is big problem, and this is bigger. If it is bigger, we'll subdivide by 2 until it becomes small 2 by 2. We divide by 2 until it becomes small. Okay, so whatever may be the concept, again we are following matrix multiplication only. After dividing again, we are going back to the previous way of doing matrix multiplication. So that means using divide and conquer approach also, the time complexity it remains the O of n cube only. So the time complexity, if at all we divide the big problem into small problem also, the time complexity here it's becoming O of n cube only. Why? Because the same procedure, though maybe the problem is divided until you get a small problem, and finally again that small problem is solved using matrix multiplication only. Usual method of matrix multiplication, where we use three for loops, and 3 for loops means you are going to get the time complexity as n cube. Okay, so whichever way you see, you are getting O of n cube only. But there is a scientist, a person called Strassen. He have done research on this, and he wants to find out the time complexity for matrix multiplication less than this. So he have done a research, and mathematically he have proved and showed results that he got some time complexity which is less than O of n cube. Okay, so that's why his matrix multiplication with less complexity than O of n cube is named as Strassen's matrix multiplication. Okay, so usually in matrix multiplication, how many additions and subtractions you have in any of these methods? Matrix multiplication means, so 8 multiplications you will have. 8 multiplications you have, and you have 4 additions. Though additions don't take much time, but multiplications takes more time complexity. Okay, but Strassen what he did, so this number of multiplications, 8 multiplications and 4 additions are used in general matrix multiplication. But Strassen he reduced 8 multiplications into 7 multiplications, and number of additions, though they are additions and subtractions, so though they are 8, but since the time complexity mainly based on matrix multiplication only, so if the number of multiplication operations are reduced, his time complexity can be reduced, on which he have focused and he have traced out, and he have come out with some results saying that. So these are the equations of Strassen's matrix. So till here, whatever we are able to see here on the screen, that is P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. So till here, whatever you are seeing, these equations call them as Strasson's equations in order to find out matrix multiplication. Okay, so if you can see this equation, so we need to learn these equations and how we are getting the resultant matrix. See, resultant matrix we write it as C11, C12, C21 and C22. So for each one, C11 what is the equation? For C12 what is the equation? C21 what is the equation? C22 what is the equation? So C11 how he is calculating P plus S minus T plus V. So P is again this one. Okay, so what element of the matrix he is going to take, and S is he is taking the difference of some values and again multiplying, and then T, so he is calculating sum of these two and multiplying, so it has to be subtracted and plus V. So like that he have come up with some equations. He have come up with some equations, and in order to get the resultant matrix he is giving some equations. So this is what we call the equations for Strasson's matrix multiplication. Okay, so this procedure when it is followed, so the time complexity for Strasson's matrix multiplication is order of n log 2 base n. So this will become O of n to power 81. Okay, so which was earlier? Earlier how much it was? O of n cube. Okay, so now this whatever 3 is there, so now that is reduced to 2.81. Though there is not much difference, but at least he have kept his effort in order to reduce the time complexity of normal matrix multiplication, and the procedure what he have found out is giving less time complexity. Okay, so that is the main importance of Strasson's matrix multiplication. Okay, is that clear? Please remember these points. Strasson's matrix multiplication means first you need to talk about general matrix multiplication. What is the time complexity in that? Okay, since 3 for loops we have, we will get O of n cube. Remember like that. Okay, and the next matrix multiplication with divide and conquer. So when exactly we use divide and conquer approach? When the problem is big. When the problem is big means when we consider a matrix as small, n by 2 by 2 is a small matrix we say. Other than 2 by 2, multiples of 2, 4 by 4 and all and above. So such things we call it as big problem, and in order to multiply such big matrices, we use divide and conquer approach by calling recursive functions. So we solve the bigger problems and get back the solutions, how we have done for the other problems. Similarly with matrix multiplication also by using divide and conquer approach. And when Strasson's is coming into the picture, so whether it is general method or divide and conquer approach, the time complexity it is coming of O of n cube. So he was concentrating on the time complexity and he wants to reduce this time complexity and try to get less than this. So though it's not much drastic significance, though it is very less, but we can say it's lesser. The value 2.81 is lesser than 3. Okay, so by his research and the values, equations what he have formulated, and this procedure have reduced 8 multiplications which we followed in the general methods have now reduced to 7 multiplications, for which in turn the time complexity n cube is reduced to n power 2.81. So that is the greatness of this Strasson's scientist. That's why this matrix multiplication where we use his equations, so it is called as Strasson's matrix multiplication. Okay, so this is the topic I wanted to cover today.